Donnan, complete. For a first down out to the 41. Will Brown made the play, a gain of 17.
This time, Todd Donnan has some patience in the pocket, and that's why the deep pass is opening up for him. You see the routes up underneath, but he decides to go downfield about 50 to 20 yards, and he finds his receiver wide open on that sideline. Just be patient in the pocket, and those passes, the deep passes, will develop for you.
Will Brown, a senior from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. He has 3 catches today. Pedro with some running room. He's close to another first down into Youngstown State territory. Looks to be about a half-yard shy of the first down. Randy Smith tripped him up with help from Reggie Lee.
Now watch Aaron Ferguson, number 59 on this play. He's going to be leading out. He's the right guard. Watch him lead out. He doesn't find anybody to hit. There's somebody chasing him. And every now and then when you get out there, coaches always tell you, hey, turn around and find somebody to hit. Get down on the ground. Don't look good. Get down on the ground.
Glenn Pedro's the second all-time leading rusher in Marshall history, behind only Ron Darby. And this is Parker, who drives ahead for the first down, and a few more to the 45. Reggie Lee credited with the tackle. You raise a point that's a good one, Dan. 41 carries last week against Troy State for Parker, who's already been playing with a loose knee ligament and a bad ankle, and you wonder if all the pounding has finally taken its toll.
Yeah, particularly, you know, he's been on the AstroTurf here at Marshall Stadium for that whole time, all through the playoffs, and that makes it even more difficult on you. And you get a slippery, wet day like we have today, and you have to be very careful. But he's played very tough with that injured ligament. Stretch, he said.
17-0 Youngstown State. 5:15 left in the third quarter. On target again is Donnan. To Will Brown for another first down at the 32. That's a gain of 14. Reggie Brown locked Will Brown out of bounds, and Brown trying to excite the crowd of 30,000 that has had little to cheer today.
It's almost like a comeback that they're running over to the sideline, and it's wide open because the receivers, the outside receivers, are getting a nice cushion.
On its first possession of the half, Marshall had an impressive drive that stalled in just about this territory. Now they have first and 10 at the Youngstown 32. Parker has room. Another first down. And out of bounds at the 18. Another tackle for Reggie Brown.
And another block along the sideline for Will Brown, the wide receiver. You wonder sometimes whether or not wide receivers have to get into the act as well. Yeah, you need the offensive line blocking, no question. But watch the wide receiver blocking down here. Number 5, Will Brown's going to take his man out. You see him going now right there. He would have stopped the ball carrier Parker at least 4 or 5 yards earlier.
That's the longest running play for Marshall today, a gain of 13. First and 10 at the 18-yard line. 5:07 left in the third quarter. Parker drove down inside the 15. Reggie Brown has been in on almost every play here in the third quarter for Youngstown State, the junior from Cleveland, Ohio, wearing number 7.
I wanted to show you something here. Watch now, right here. Watch this line of scrimmage get removed. See that right there? Now they're going to get scooted back about 3 or 4 yards. That's what I'm talking about. That offensive line snapping off the football, removing the defense from the line of scrimmage, and leaving room for your running back to run, find that crease and hit it up in there.
8th play of this drive upcoming. Sharp contrast to the first half. Marshall has controlled the play here in the third quarter, but still nothing on the board for the Thundering Herd. Parker out of bounds at the 12. Trying to follow the lead block of Glenn Pedro. Leon Jones knocked Chris Parker out of bounds.
I think they got our sound guy, too, the parabolic mic down there, G. That thunk. They thunk it.
Parker runs with a style that would suggest that he weighs a lot more than he does. He's only about 180 pounds. And he'll put his head down and run over people.
Really had to work through some tragedies in his life. He was involved in a terrible car accident, which a couple of people lost their lives. They had to come back from that. And so a young man has gone through a lot, but come out the other side all the better for it.
Big play in the game right here. Third down, nearly 4 yards to go for Marshall first down. They stay on the ground. And Parker didn't come close. Still 2 yards short. Tim Donnan has to decide whether to go for the field goal or try to get more than that. They've had some interesting play calls on some third down situations when they've run plays that wouldn't seem to be designed to get as many yards as they needed to get.
Right, you know, and sometimes at the risk of trying to be crafty, you end up outsmarting yourself. And certainly in areas like this, you know, you want to be successful. You want to go downfield and make sure that you have, you know, you're giving yourself all the opportunity you can to be successful and get the first down of the test.
David Merrick, the junior from Worthington, Ohio, will try a 27-yard field goal. Chad O'Shea, the backup quarterback, is the holder. And Merrick just did sneak it through, just inside the right upright. So the Thundering Herd is on the board. And Jim Tressel was hoping it was wide right, but it was not. 17-3. We'll be back in just a moment.
Do you know what you need to know about managing your money? Take the Wall Street Journal Personal Finance Test and find out. How can you correct an inaccurate credit rating? Why are April and October the most popular months for buying CDs? How long is a personal check valid? You'll find the answers in this free book, The Wall Street Journal Guide to Understanding Personal Finance. The guide is filled with information, from financing your new car to refinancing your home. There's even information on how to lower your taxes. It's yours free when you subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. Every business day, the Wall Street Journal gives you the news, analysis, and insights you need to make the right decisions for your business, your career, your future. Subscribe now to the Wall Street Journal. Take advantage of this introductory offer. Get 10 weeks of the Journal for just $36 and your free copy of the Guide to Personal Finance. Call 800-572-2600. That's 800-572-2600.
What else would you expect from the country that invented rock and roll?
'Twas the day before Christmas and all was on sale. But could Dave's itchy fingers land him in jail?
They haven't built a mall that can hold me.
All new Dave's World, Monday.
Marshall is on the board on a field goal by David Merrick. He was the field goal kicker last year for Marshall for the entire year until the championship game. After missing a couple of practices, after sleeping through them, he was suspended for that violation of team rules by Coach Donnan, and he had to watch the championship game. His brother Willie came off the soccer team to kick the game-winning field goal in the final seconds last year to give Marshall the national championship. Kickoff returned out to the 36-yard line. Let's look back at last year's dramatic finish.
For the national championship, Willie Merrick from 22 yards. Merrick! Yes! Can you believe it?
Jim Nance with the call. Willie Merrick, the older brother of David, not able to be here today because he's now playing professional soccer for the Buffalo Blizzard. David Merrick was there to watch the kick. Willie been the backup field goal kicker all year long, in addition to starring on the Marshall soccer team, but had not attempted a field goal in a college game before that field goal. Darnell Clark close to a first down for Youngstown. He's about 1.5 yards shy of it at the 45-yard line. Shannon Morrison tackled him. .307, and the clock is running, remaining in the third quarter. Been a frustrating day for Chris Parker. Cameron Smith is on the bench. Apparently he's not feeling well at the moment. Second, a long one from Mark Brungard and the Youngstown State Penguins. Clark bounced off the stick of Shannon King and picked up the first down beyond the 47. We'll get Jim Gray on the scene and find out what's wrong with Cameron Smith.
Just have to get those turbos tuned up. He'll be ready to roll.
Jim Tressel spent time as an assistant coach at Ohio State under Earl Bruce, Syracuse under Dick McPherson, at Miami University in Akron before becoming the head coach at Youngstown State. The option play, flag thrown in the middle of the field as Brungard goes down for a 1-yard loss.
That'll be a face mask penalty, I think. Nope, holding.
It was thrown by the referee, Steve Newman, right in the middle of the field, the line of scrimmage. Coach Donnan has a decision to make because the play lost yardage. He might be content to take the play for 2nd down, but he's going to take the penalty.
Holding on the offense, 10 yards, spotted a foul, replay 1st down.
And let's get that report on Tamron Smith from Jim Gray.
Well, Sean, Tamron Smith went over to the bench. He was just a little bit shaken up. He was hit on the blind side. We talked to the trainers. He said he just got his bell rung. Didn't really know where he was. He's up now and is expected to return to the game. Sean?
So they tuned up the turbos and polished the windshield.
And he appears ready to return. But at the moment, running game in the capable hands and feet of Darnell Clark. 1st and 20. Back at the 37-yard line. They give it to Clark. Play strung out nicely by Hamilton, and he made the stop at the line of scrimmage. Chris Hamilton, number 99, a junior from Charleston, West Virginia.
And he boxed the play. That's what you ask those outside guys to do. Watch them as they try to, Youngstown tries to head out on the perimeter. You see him boxing the play, shutting it down from the outside, and that makes Clark reverse field, and there's a thundering herd waiting for him.
Led by Hamilton. Was a very highly recruited player, rated by Street and Smith as one of the top 100 high school recruits when he was coming out of Charleston, West Virginia, and decided to go to Marshall.
He's got great size, 6'5", worth about 245 or so.
Time becoming a factor. We approach the final minute of the 3rd quarter. 17-3 Youngstown. Backward pass complete to Clark, and he is sent flying well short of the 1st down at the 43-yard line. Shannon Morrison sent Clark airborne.
This ball was almost picked off and run back the other way. You want to know how lucky Mark Brungard is? Watch as he flicks this ball out here. That is Garrett out there, number 88. He's a step ahead. He picks it off and runs it the distance, probably.
Third and 14. The Penguins 5 out of 10 on 3rd down today. 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Brungard faced with a blitz. Has a man wide open. Don Whistler, the leading receiver for the Penguins, coming in with his first catch of the day and a huge one all the way down to the 33 of Marshall, a 24-yard gain.
Roger Johnson, the free safety, looked like the guy who gave up on this play a little bit. You see him over in the right corner of your screen. Number 26 does not stay with the receiver. He thinks he has a breakdown to come back for the quarterback, Brungard, because he looks like he's in a lot of trouble. But you got to stay with those receivers downfield because Brungard has the ability to scramble out of it and let it loose.
Whistler had 31 catches coming in to lead the Penguins. He had 5 catches in the championship game last year. That's his first catch today. And it might be the biggest play of the game to this point. Marshall had a chance to get the ball back with momentum. Momentum still on the side now of the Penguins. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Youngstown State 17 and Marshall 3.
This is a MasterCard, okay? It doesn't make you special. Actually, maybe it does. I mean, right now, the Master Values program can save you up to 25% on all kinds of stuff. You just get the Master Values coupon thingy from your statement, go to one of the stores on the list and say, hey, I got a MasterCard, how about a deal? And they'll say, for you, no problem. So I guess MasterCard really does mean you're special. Just don't let it go to your head. MasterCard, it's more than a credit card, it's smart money.
Look in your store for even more Master Values coupons and special offers from Counter to Dry.
My dandruff's really bad. The itch drives me crazy.
I'll try anything. The Denorex side feels different. It has a clean, tingling feeling. Nothing with Head & Shoulders.
Both Denorex and Head & Shoulders have effective dandruff medicine, but Denorex goes a step further with something extra that tingles to give your scalp a fresh